Okay, let's look at another problem. Okay, let's say that you're told some things about a sequence. We're told it's arithmetic, and A4 is 19 and A10 is 43. Okay, first of all, I want to say there's a lot of ways that you could solve a problem like this. In fact, you really could use your knowledge of linear functions and work with this point and work with the point 10, 43. And if you can do it that way, you could probably save yourself some thought. Let's actually think through how that would work. Okay, so here, like the x's change by 6, right? Okay, so the x's change by 6. What do the y's change by? Well, I could just do, some subtraction, 43 minus 19, and of course I'm going to get 24 from that. Okay, so that is one way to realize it. So, the change in x is 6 and the change in y is 24. Well, you could see that from this, if I do change of y over change of x, it's 24 over 6, which is a change of 4. So that is one way to solve it, is to see in this case that the d value would be 4. Hopefully that makes sense to you, because I told you in a sequence, as you go over 1, you go up by d. Okay, that's kind of how that works. So that would be one way to do it. Obviously from this, you'd also have to kind of go backwards and get either the first term or the 0 term. So another way you could do that is just literally to step backwards. If you want to do it that way, that would be fine. Let's say I do it that way. Of course, there's formula ways to do it too. Make sure those are all in here. Okay, so if I had 19 and I step backwards, that's my 4th term, I step backwards by 4, every term I could work my way backwards, right? Then 15, then 11, let's see, then I get back to 7, right? And then if I subtract 4, I get back to 3. Okay, so in this case, I can use either one of those with the formula I had before. Let's just kind of go through how I could do that. So again, the formulas are a sub n equals a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Let's see, if I use that formula, I would use a1, so 7, and then keep n minus 1, and then my d is 4. So I could do it that way. Let's simplify that a little bit. It'd be 7 plus 4 times n minus 1. Maybe write it like that. Okay, if I use the other formula goes like a sub n. I could use the 0 term, but only use n d's. So the 0 term would be 3 plus 4, sorry, not 4d, 4n. Sorry about that. Okay, so 3 plus 4n. And of course, if you want to check that a formula works, it would be a great idea to just plug back in the points that you have and see that they really give you what you expect they would give you. So let me just say, if I want to check a sub n equals 3 plus 4n, I could check it by, saying, well, what would a4 be in this formula? It'd be 3 plus 4 times 4. Remember, n is 4, so I plug that in. Okay, so that would be 3 plus 16. Good, it's 19. So, that checks with this initial information of a4 being 19. Of course, if I wanted to check another value, I could check that. So let's say I want to check that a10 really is 43. Then, 3 plus 4n, that's going to be 3 plus 4 times 10. Well, that surely is 43. But anyway, these are easy to check them once you have them. So there's no reason to miss these, because you can always just double check, by plugging in the points into the formula again, that you're going to get the results that you would expect to get for using the formula.